body becomes long from tailbone to crown of the head. And the elbows and shoulder blades are moving against the wall behind you, so you can feel that your body now is just supported. And the head and the neck and the shoulders are never tense, that your spine and the front of the body are always connected. Again, we never know when life will just all of a sudden switch and have something different thrown at you. And so it's not about the changes that should worry about us or about, so the yoga philosophy doesn't teach us to not desire for change, or that bad things happen bad, whatever bad might be, right? Things might happen around us, but it's our reaction to those what really matters. How do we react, or how do we present, or how do we perceive those things, and how do we change our perception of those things that happen to us? So gently, as we physically change our body posture, and we physically observe how we're sitting against the wall, we allow ourselves to slowly observe. Are my back muscles and my shoulder muscles in my lower back, are my hips, my knees, are they tense? Is my neck arched and pulled away from the wall, or can I slowly draw my chin in and extend the crown head and allow my eyes? Again, it's a different environment when you are at home, when we are into our space. So what are the things that I need to do to set myself to be safe, set myself to be in a spiritual condition where I can actually focus my attention into my movement and my breath and my intentional yoga. And I allow myself to slowly connect to my senses, to connect to my physical body, to connect to my entire extension of all the little organs inside myself. And I allow myself to slowly slide as I exhale towards the left side of my body. So what does it feel to come towards the left side? Is my left hand needing to be on the ground to extend away from the body? And my shoulder blades and arms tight against the wall behind. And maybe my right hand stays on the hip, on the thigh, on the knee, on the leg, on the foot, or maybe it comes around and is able to slowly inhale wide and around, and then open it gently above the hip and over the shoulders, away from the right side of my body. And my elbow and my forearm and my torso are as flat into the wall as I can. And I look slowly towards my underarm, towards my left shoulder, towards my chest, and I can feel my inner thighs, hips slowly inhale, breathing in. So what are your expectations? Are your body expecting to be a certain way, or can we discover? One more time, staying steady and finding for a few seconds that my body stays steady in a position allows for all the muscles and all the breathing and all the things that need to happen to start moving deeply. And I allow my inhalation to really support. And I shift gently so I can feel the depth of the movement. Can I exhale kindly? One more time, without rushing, to in full observation of my back, of my shoulders, of my hips. Last exhalation, empty slowly, and then raise the right arm to walk in my left hand to find my body settle, to slowly sit. To exhale through my tailbone area, and my right hand slowly slides out to the side of my body, and my left arm then stays on the leg, front of my body, hips, or on the wall outside or above my head. And I can feel my shoulders slowly transition into the position, right? It's not ever life so quickly. We don't ever just move and jump into something. We slowly allow ourselves to gradually stay in this position. Can I feel my head? And then once we start reaching the pose, the body starts adjusting, and the breath and the mindset starts adjusting. And I can feel the rib cage. Can I find my head and shoulder blades? Breathing in, fingernails, lower back, 2 more times, inhaling, and maybe a little bit longer than 2 times, so I can really feel my muscles moving. Can I feel any sluggishness or any lack of energy, or maybe all this very important energy that I have in my body, that vibrancy to be activated through when your last full 3 breaths come in, inhaling, paying attention, not rushing. It's not about counting. It's not about forcing. It's about simply observing. Last 1 breath, that your extension comes and you can feel the muscles that the body exhales, and you want to find again those spots where it needs to be attentive, and then slowly moving the left arm up and the right arm in, and the shoulders and torso relax, and I can feel my body slowly soften into the wall behind you, and allowing the knees to slowly lift and my legs to be as wide as possible, and allowing my knees to be softened and my heels to be closer in towards the hips, while my knees remain perpendicular and the shoulder blades stay flat into the wall. My toes align with my knees. So looking at my toes, that they're balanced. Looking at my knees, they're balanced. That my spine is slowly extended, that my tailbone is digging deeper into the ground, that my hands slowly come towards my legs and hold the legs in position, pressing maybe the outside of the legs so the knees stay closer towards each other and rather than away, so I can feel the outside of my hips. The elbows slowly drop either to the sides of the rib cage or outside the right and left knee, so I can feel the squareness of my shoulder blades and my back and my clavicles. Find the extension. Feel that your spine is long. One more time, breathe into this position. And when the body is ready, exhale all the way through. Inhale gently and allow your head to simply look out to the right shoulder, not forcing, not tensing, just simply looking out as your jaw draws in, and stretch your toes, breath in. Find that your right ear comes closer to the wall without having to push into it. Last breath in. Breathe from your gut, from your tummy area, and then return as you inhale your head back to center. Again, check your arms and shoulders. Are you active? Are you just simply relaxing? Because I'm not watching you in live practice in the yoga center. Doesn't mean that you can't do anything. It's your own physical body that needs to be activated. You can find and control yourself to observe how deeply you embrace the moment. And last one time, breath in. And looking out towards the left side of your body as your head rolls and your jaw draws in, and you don't lift the head off the wall, simply roll it to feel how organically the neck exhales and opens. One more time, breathing in. Observe your neck and shoulders slowly coming into one last long deep breath in. When the body exhales all the way out, slowly return your head back to center. Inhale, feel your spine, feel your torso. Allow your legs to be, again, wide enough that your elbows then come inside your knees and your arms are almost pressing out to the inside, pressing out towards the inside of your legs, and the palms of the hands slowly come gently towards your chest area. And can I feel my body just sitting upright? So my hips are now being open, right? The pubic bone, which is represented by my thumbs, is now pressing gently inwardly because I'm lengthening the backside. My entire hip bones are slowly lifting, and I can feel how my hips are raised and my spine extends, and I can feel my back and my inner thighs. And how does it feel to open? Can I retract my belly? Can I open my shoulders back? Can I extend the crown of the head away from the tailbone into the wall behind me? And so what does it feel to feel sustained, supported, and engaged into the position onto the wall behind you? Breath in. And most importantly, be grateful and graceful about your breath. Inhale, gently, gently. And observe the exhalation that you let your last breaths, inhaling. And the last one breath, can you extend and open the spine and breathe in deeply through the length of your torso. And then exhale, releasing the hands and arms and shoulders, and let your spine roll very gently. And allow the body to slowly bring your right heel into your body and your right hand to slowly come against the wall. And then we're going to press lightly the hips off the ground. So your left leg is going to extend eventually. So we're going to press your hands, slowly shifting the knee into the floor, slightly away from the wall. So your hip still has enough room to rest against the wall. The left leg then comes against the wall until the baseboard, the heel of the foot comes against the baseboard. The right hand comes in an angle that is stretched away from the shoulders. And let your shoulders to slowly come as far out away from the bottom hand. And it's the left hand on the hip, on the wall behind you, all the way towards the stretch up position, and observe my body. And maybe my left leg comes slowly off the floor and I can feel my heel into the wall behind me. And my arms and my shoulders align and I can raise slowly. Can I look slowly towards the ground, towards the chest, towards your left thumb, and feel your body stretching, breathing in. Exhale. Can you press the glutes, the heel of your foot, the inner thighs? Again, all those options are just yours. Observe how your body is able to extend and open, finding a little bit of strength into the muscles that hold that bottom hip. So you're not pressing that hip into the ground, that you're actually lifting that hip, that you really feel that your inner thigh and glute area really hold that hip tall off the ground. And your rib cage does the same thing. Let your last one breath, observe your body to be tall and long and fingers are open. And when your body's ready, exhale and release your left leg, your left arm, and you soften your body. Beautiful. Breath in. We're going to allow your body to slowly shift exactly in the opposite direction. You're going to walk your hands around very gently, shifting kindly and letting your left knee slowly away from the knee, from the wall, so you have enough room for the hip and your glute on the left side to stay on the wall, and your right leg to stretch behind, and your right leg to stretch into the baseboard, into the wall behind you. And maybe your tummy is able to slowly hold gently your back, and you can feel your rib cage widen and your chest broaden and your hands aligned through your shoulders and clavicles, and your right hand slowly coming into the leg, into the hip, towards the sky. It doesn't matter. And maybe your body's ready to exhale, and Maharaji's just probably mad at me because I'm holding him and covering his face. And so allow your body to slowly breathe into this position, exhaling all the way through. Very nice. And maybe your right leg chooses to come off the floor. And so what does it feel like for your hips to slowly rotate out and feel that your glute muscles press against the wall behind you and your arms open and your head slowly extends and you feel your body breathing. And then take a second to find your intention. What is your intention for your yoga practice? Can you feel your body moving? Again, if the body has not moved and you intentionally have created this energy inside of you, can you let this be the opportunity for your breath, your muscles, your organs, the mind to be connected with your physical body? Can you find those breaths that are really integrating everything that you have and do inside? Let your last 2 breaths. Observe your shoulders, observe your head, observe your hands and fingers, and your final long deep breath in. Allow your body to exhale and then release slowly. Leg and arms to sort of roll very gently. This time, we're going to repeat this opposite side. So we're going to rotate gently. We're going to do a little bit of a variation. See what happens with your body when your body rotates exactly the opposite way. And we're going to, this time, face directly to the right side with your left knee on the ground, enough openness on the hip that your left knee is the one that is going to stay, and the leg closest to the wall, in this case your right leg, is going to shift behind you. And I'm going to allow my pelvic floor, my hips, my abdomen, my chest to slowly be widening and then looking into the wall. So now I'm going to flattening myself into the wall, and my right leg stays extended, my left knee bent. I look towards the ground. Difficult to look towards the wall unless your forehead or chin touches and rests against the wall. And my right hand slowly extends towards the sky. And maybe my right leg comes off the floor towards the sky, and I feel my body tall. And I breathe into this position, observing the body open. One more time. Observe that your glutes, your muscles, the spine, press your hips closer to the wall behind you, and in this case, in front of you. And raise your right leg, find your spine. One more time. Raise your heel, press the toes against the wall in front of you. One more time. Inhale, inhale. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Exhale, all with beautiful. And your final 2 breaths. Observe your glutes. Hold, not press against the hip. Let that left hip be tallest off the ground. In your last 1 breath in, release. Leg and right arm, and then slowly rotate gently. Beautiful. Allow your body to exhale. Feel that your body rotates. And one more time, so to face the opposite direction. One more time, letting your left side against the wall, allowing your right arm and right knee to be giving you enough room to be closest to the wall in front of you. So I don't push. I'm going to of that picture. I'm going to let my right hand to be steady and my left leg to slowly shift behind. Now I'm going to open my hips. I'm going to maybe move my right knee if I need to closer to the wall. So my pelvic floor slowly comes closer to the floor. The left hand stays on the hips, on the wall behind or in front of me, or gently extended towards the space above me. And then the spine lengthens and my leg stays on the ground or lifts off the floor. And I feel my body slowly drawn into the wall, chest and shoulders, head looks up, looks forward, or looks down, breathing in. What is most appropriate for my body? Can I feel my glutes? Can I feel my legs? Can I feel the muscles of my abdomen? Letting my strength slowly raise, breath in, exhale all the way through. Can I feel my body slowly moving deeply into this position, that you observe that your glutes and your legs are really activated and you really not press down or into the right hip, that the muscles shift inside and they hold that hip tall. And the daily muscles are really holding my core. Let my last 2 breaths, can I really activate that left leg, tallest, farthest off the ground into the wall. In your final, long, deep breath in, allow your body to slowly exhale and then release your left leg, your left arm, very gently, allowing your body to stay slowly on hands and knees. And this time, we're going to rotate the body away from the wall as you're inhaling, so your body slowly shifts away. And I'm going to place my toes slowly against the wall behind me. And I'm going to allow the elbows and forearms to slowly come towards the ground and letting the left leg gently open to the left side of the wall behind. And I feel that my body easily is touching the left heel, the left arch of that foot into the wall, while my hips slowly move back. And maybe my hands slowly come gently right under my shoulders. If my spine is able to raise off the ground and my torso is comfortable and my inner thighs and hips are really active, then by all means, allowing my body to slowly come to this position. And I feel my index fingers slowly squeezing towards the floor, the same as my thumbs. So the middle fingers are slowly parallel, or I can stay in an easier position with my forearms and elbows to the ground, so my wrists and elbows are not tense, and find maybe the exhalation that really holds the body tall, and slow motion. Maybe my hands and my torso slowly walk into the body, and I can feel my heel, I can feel my hips, I can feel my arms opening, I can raise my arms towards the sky, and I cross my fingers, so my thumbs and index finger point towards the wall behind you, and I slowly look up towards the sky or towards the wall behind me, so I can feel support. And my abdomen opens, and my glutes are active, my hip flexors are active, my left heel still touches the wall, my arms are as easily extended or as short and tight as they need to be, and let your body inhale. Again, strengthen those muscles on the front. How many times do we think about the front muscles, the front abdomen, the muscles of your chest, the muscles of the front of your shoulders, the underarm area? Can you sustain your body open this way? And deep breath, align your hips, feel your right hip really tall. Observe again your breath. Finally, allow your last 2 breaths into this position as your body exhales all the way through. Inhale. And as the exhalation slowly empties through your gut, raise your arms up and let them slowly fall gently forward. Very gently, so your fingers and hands touch the floor. Your left knee then slowly adjusts. Bring it in. Exhale all the way through, very, very gently. Allow your left toes to still touch the baseboard this time, and your right leg to then come out, and the elbows and forearms to come to the floor, so I can feel that my body adjusts into this position as far and wide and open as I need to. And I feel that what is my perfect sweet spot for the muscles, for the joints, for the back, for the neck. Inhaling, toes, feet active, thinking about the movement. So what are the distractions around our room? What are the things that are coming out into our mind? Can we spiritualize every moment? And how difficult and how even a concept of that might be, right? That's such a foreign thing into our lives. How do we create something so material, so sometimes mundane to be spiritual? And it's by simply changing our intention, our focus, and internal vision. Can I allow my hands to come slowly right where my elbows are? And so how does that feel to raise your spine? How can I think and look at all the things that are happening in my life and observe them and offer them as a gentle reminder that everything that is happening serves a purpose. And it's not just a material purpose, but a spiritual purpose. And can I allow myself to just focus that way, to allow that the hands and arms slowly open to the size of the hips, to the size of the shoulders, and maybe your torso walks up, and maybe your arms one more time come wide and slowly again, it's another option, opens outside the shoulders. Or maybe the arms come slowly above the head and your fingers interlace and your index and thumb fingers come slowly behind you. And the head slowly looks towards the sky or towards the wall behind, and you can feel how your body raises the glutes and really starts shifting from the front. And so what does it take to strengthen the front muscles of the body, the abdomen, the chest to really open, right? We are constantly leaning forward. We're constantly curled over. We're typing, we're writing, we're driving. And so finding yourself to just open. And so how can that be a shift into our internal concept of what our physical body is doing, and how can we spiritualize that activity? Let your exhalation, one more time, breathe. And again, try to yourself, have this internal conversation. Listen to what you're really saying, really listen to what your mind is engaged into, and shift lightly, open it up, let everything else go, surrender into the movement, let your last two breaths. Observe your tummy, one long inhalation, deep breath in. And then as your body exhales, slowly release your hands and release your shoulders and observe your body coming gently towards the ground and your right knee coming in. Exhale very, very gently into this position. Now observe your body one more time. Settle, slowly soften. And bring your right knee slowly into the ground and your left knee slowly to come back. And maybe your toes are flexed or the toes are extended. So the back of your foot is gently into the wall and your arms and your forearms are on the ground. And maybe your knee touches the wall about hip height. That's enough. If your right foot is able to touch the wall behind you and the baseboard behind you, by all means. Otherwise, for some of us, the left knee and the left thigh start descending as if your left knee were to also touch the baseboard, and feel that your left knee comes to the corner between the floor and the wall. And maybe your hands are staying on the ground with your elbows and forearms into the floor. Maybe your arms open a little bit wider and your arms come about shoulder distance. And so is that possible or available into our body? So the knee can be on the wall. It doesn't have to come and touch the floor. Observe your joints. What is it comfortable through that thigh, through the hip? Can I allow my hands to slowly come a little bit wider so I'm not, or my elbows and forearms, so I don't put pressure just on the knee or on the joints of the arms? Or maybe my hands come slowly to the floor and maybe the body's ready to slowly exhale and I can feel my body coming a little bit taller. Or maybe the hands and slowly open wider, or maybe come slowly wider towards the sides of your torso or towards the sky. Observing your body breathing in. And exhale slowly, breathe, so your thighs and torso maintain. Again, your back, your shoulders, all the options, right? Observe your body, wherever that might be. Find the last two breaths. Inhale. Feel that your quad muscles, right? The thigh muscles of the left leg are the ones being open. When your chest drives the position forward, and you can feel, not pinching, not burning, but just an extension, a soft balance. Let your last long deep breath in, elbows and shoulders release, and let your body slowly soften, even deeper if you're not right there, to bring your knee on the left side forward and your left foot gently separates from the wall, and let your body just stay steady. So what happened? What are the shifts? Can you stay in tabletop position or your elbows and forearms into the ground? Can you observe your body? Let your exhalation, that your body softens kindly this position, that you're breathing slowly into that left side, and maybe as the body exhales all the way through, your left and right elbow come to the floor. One more time, so have enough room in your torso to lean forward, and your right leg maybe comes slowly into the wall, flexing toes, and this is as far as you're gonna go, perfect. If your knee touches the wall, by all means, and your toes need to extend up towards the wall, by all means, allow that to happen. Maybe the other options is to drop slowly that knee towards the baseboard and connection of the wall and floor. And maybe your hands slowly move closer to your body if that's even available towards your thigh, towards your quad muscles. And then the breath, always with us to allow your breathing to slowly move through those quad muscles. Inhale, your left knee is never tense, your right knee is never tense or overextended. Your hands come a little bit closer, your hands come towards the waist, towards the hip, maybe towards the wall behind you, or maybe towards the sky, and you can feel your thumbs interlace and your fingers point up towards the sky and you breathe in. So is that a possibility for that thigh, for the hip flexor, so your back is not overarched and compressing, you're not grinding through your teeth? Is it still comfortable to lengthen your body? And observe the exhalation. Again, your option, right? Your physical body is going to tell you how deeply you need to go, and it's not because one is better than the other, it's how far your body allows you to support. Let your last 3 breaths. Can you observe that you're leading the movement through your chest, that your shoulders and spine are really long and extended. Last one time. Breathe deeply into this position. As your body exhales, slowly your arms, your shoulders, your elbows give you enough room in your back to slowly slide forward and down towards the ground, and your right knee moves forward, your right foot slowly comes towards the baseboard. Exhale, slowly into this position. Observe your body into just a stable position. Find your toes, your heels, your feet steady. One more time, breath in. When your body's ready, we're going to slowly rotate 180. That means we're going to be facing the wall, and hopefully you can see that. Maybe the cameraman can really help us with that. We're going to face the wall for a second. We're going to sit gently facing the wall, and the heels are going to open kindly away from your body. Once you find a perfect position, we're going to flex first. I'm going to start flexing my right knee, because it's just more comfortable for my body. So my right knee is going to flex, giving myself a little bit more room. The left heel opens very, very wide to the left side of my body, while my right knee comes gently forward towards the wall in front of me. And I observe my back and my shoulders to slowly be aligned, breath in, and maybe my heel of the left foot opens a little bit farther away. Deep breath. And my hands come slowly wide on the wall towards the sky, palms of hands against the wall, and the forehead slowly rests into the wall. And then feel my shoulders not pushing, but slowly settling. That I can press down through my tailbone. That my arms slowly open towards the sky, and I can feel that my back is really moving and pressing forward and up towards the ceiling, while my tummy supports my lower back area. And my jaw is not tense. Breathe in. And can I feel my body a little bit farther away or deeper into this position? Observing very, very gently. Breath. Inhale, opening. Again, intensely moving and deeply stretching into the wall and holding the position. And observe your body to be committed to really feel the benefit of that. And that really squeezes the juices out of our body, right? All the endocrine system. All the muscles are being bathed by all these hormones produced, or these proteins produced from our secretions of the body. Like, and you feel how that activates movement, health, allow that your body keeps moving, keeps breathing, keeps engaging in your last long inhalation. Can you observe your body to really open, to really feel that your left heel, left toes are active, that your right toes and your right knee are against the baseboard, your back is long and shoulders are broad, and the body exhales, and release your hands very, very gently, slowly towards the ground, and you're going to place the same flexed leg, that means the side of your flexed leg, your right side slightly behind the leg, behind the hip, and your left arm, the one of the extended leg, is going to come across your body towards the flexed foot, knee, or thigh, and you're going to lean slowly towards the wall, as if your body rotates, looking out to the right side of your body, and the left forearm that is extended across your torso into the wall behind you. And your right hand is going to help you by pressing into it, and your head looks over the right side of your torso, and your jaw draws in, and the hips are steady, and your leg on the left side is active, and you breathe in, and your body exhales. Slowly engage your hips, engage your glutes, lean into the wall as much as you need to. Your right hand can help you press into the wall. And again, it's about shifting your muscles. It's about moving your tissues. It's about squeezing your body into this position. It's about letting your body just move internally, the juices, to slowly align your attention, your engagement, your breath, breathing kindly every time you inhale deeply into your body. And as you exhale, you're exchanging, you're emptying out, you're surrendering. One more time, breathe. All the things that you know about your body, can you hold those places that are maybe a little bit less active? Can you hold them, support, and bring them to just open? And there's your other parts of your body that maybe have a little too much tension, to really focus on them, to exhale and release them. One more time, breathe in deeply. And then exhale all the way through. Let your last full intentional movement, as if your body becomes taller and longer, you can feel how the juices are really working around those muscles. And the body exhales, and then slowly soften your back, your neck, your shoulders. The left arm uncrosses all the way towards the left side of your body. And now I lean away from the wall so I have enough room for my thighs and knees, and then rotate the opposite leg. And so how does that feel in that knee? How does that feel in that hip? How does it feel in that side of my body? Do I need to be closer? Can I have a further extension of the inner thigh? Can I be deeper into the wall, or do I need to press farther away from the wall? Can I allow my hands and torso to slowly come gently to support my position, either behind my hips, on my thighs, and the baseboard, outside my shoulders, or all the way up the wall? And my head slowly leans into the wall, and I can find my toes, my heel, my right knee, my right hip to really hold the position and breathe. And exhale through your tummy. Your jaw draws in, the crown head extends. Again, squeeze your body, juice it, find your body. Again, this is body work, right? Your body is working with you, and your intention is not just physical. Your intention might be slightly more pure than that. Your body moves, and you're changing your thought, and you're changing your perception, and the judgments that we have about our physical body, or the distractions that we have from the outside world. There's something there. There's another edge of us that actually digs and then carves deeper into ourselves. And we observe the breathing. It doesn't have to be violent. It doesn't have to be forceful. It just simply has to be you. And can you discover that tinge of color that we are inside? So what is it that makes you that beautiful, perfect color? And so what is that shade that makes you unique and able to reflect gently, right? The light is the same. The source of light is the same. As it goes through this prism, through this beautiful crystal, the clearer the crystal, the more brilliant that reflection or refraction should be. And so what is the tinge of color that comes through that angle of your perspective? And find it, explore it, observe it, breathe in, surrender all the other things. Let all the cloudiness of that refraction media to just be placed away, and let your own body really drive deeper. It doesn't have to be anything profound that is earth-shattering. Just simply observe what is happening right now. How are your toes, and how's your knees? Very simple things. How's my attention? What is my brain? Am I criticizing my body? If I'm most likely criticizing everybody else outside, I'm also very self-critical. And the other way plays too. If I'm very self-critical, very likely, how will I not also criticize others? So is that really the tinge of color that we want to present? Is that engage the true color of our external and internal reflection or refraction? One more time. Abdomen, shoulders, torso. Let your last one intention really actively moving deeply into your core, and allow the exhalation to release, to soften hands, to soften shoulders. Do you need to shift? Are your legs and hips a little bit wider? Can you raise the right arm across the chest, across the hips towards the right, towards the left foot, towards the left knee, shin, maybe towards the thigh, maybe towards your torso, and your right arm, elbow, shoulder blade slowly press against the wall, and your head slowly leans into it. And it's not just a leaning forward, it's a twist and a lean. And can I not put pressure on my joints, but allow my hips not to raise and extend, and feel that your abdomen and your lower back really press up and my shoulders really open gently away from the chest. And I observe what happens when I open those muscles. And so what is it that my body is doing? What is it that my body's deeply saying to us? Can I pay attention and breathing into it? Can you be grateful? Nobody has assured, right, the following day. Not even the following minute. It's not to be catastrophic about it, but it's to just confront the reality of the value of every one of our breaths. And can we really make sure that we're taking true advantage of every single minute? That we're shifting internally from inside. That I'm allowing my hips and my tailbone area to come closer to the floor. Can I allow my chest and spine to be really wide and really broadened, because my left shoulder shifts gently away and allows and creates this sensation of opening of my chest. And I'm using the wall, and the wall is just perfect to lean against it and really feel support and really feel the perfect prop for my body to maintain the connection. Let your last two breaths, observe your body to inhale. And as the body exhales all the way through, feel your waist and all the muscles of your body to really open. And then exhale and release. Soften your head, your shoulders, your spine, your arms, your torso to come back gently towards the center, leaning away from the wall. Just for a second. We're going to slowly rotate 180 degrees. That means away from the wall in half a circle. And we're going to slowly rest the back against the wall while my legs open as wide as comfortable. Now the legs are a little bit looser. The legs are a little bit more flexible. I can feel my legs and hips gently open a little bit deeper. And it doesn't matter how far. It's not a judgment on your body. And you might not have enough room around your space, but just make yourself in the most comfortable position. As long as your TV is off, I'm okay with it. Find your spine, find your shoulders, feel the elbows, feel your torso, slowly steady. And when the body is ready, allow your breath to empty from your gut and feel. If you want to touch your belly with your hand, allow the belly to squeeze into it and then extend and raise as if your hand is following your breath all the way towards your shoulders and chest. Again, the grace that we have of being able to breathe on our own. And can you exhale and squeeze as if your belly is being pressed with your hand? And one more time, raise it as if you're just carried with your hand, the breath up towards your shoulders. The head extends, your legs are active. Exhale, exhale, beautiful. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze to your belly and feel your body moving. That you're opening and stretching, and then you're squeezing your belly deep into the wall. Last 2 times. Slow and deep breath. Hold it as long as you need to hold it and squeeze through your belly button area. One last time. Take a long extension. Breathe, breathe, breathe in. Embrace your body being warm. And as your body exhales all the way through, beautiful. Hold it, hold it. Breath in, relax your hands. Allow the back of the hands to rest slowly onto your thighs, the elbows to shift back. So you have a sense of openness, that your back and shoulders are really just opening the front of your chest. And your head finally rests into the wall behind you. And your legs are not forced. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Sit into the wall behind. And allow your breath to slowly empty. Beautiful. Any pressure that you might have in your body, let it be clear. Are your eyes and forehead muscles really light and soft? And are you tensing even as we sit? Are you taking the opportunity to just let your body just cleanse? One more time. Deep breath through your nose. Really celebrating the ability to breathe into your body. On your own, to exhale and very, very gently One more time, left hand walks in front of your body. It doesn't matter how far, maybe crosses over towards the right thigh, the right belly, the right side of your hips, or maybe so crosses over towards the thigh. And your left shoulder might separate a little bit of the wall, and your body is going to slowly start leaning into that left side. And maybe your forearm and your hand touches the floor. This is as far as you're going to go. Maybe your hand is all the way across into the waist area, and your forearm and elbow or tricep are into your left thigh. And maybe less is more, and the body starts slowly moving in. Is your back or your head maybe is it placed into the wall behind you? Are you using the prop of your head, of the wall behind you, so you support your head? Can you let your exhalation, maybe your right arm comes and bends the elbow to create a little bit more openness to your shoulders? Very nice. Is your head lifted, or can you tuck in the chin so your neck is long and extended and feel your spine open? Maybe that creates a shift into the shoulders and the rest of your torso. Maybe can you squeeze through your oblique sides? And then we have sometimes a lot of love to handle. So can we really squeeze a little of that love handling area? And can you allow your belly to support it? Maybe your right arm is now ready to come towards the sky, and you observe the body reaching. And maybe your right arm slowly comes over your head, and you can really feel that your body slowly leans against the wall, and your legs are wide and your hips are open, and you really find a deep, deep stretch to the side of your torso. And your head slowly looks towards the ground, towards the chest, towards the right underarm. What is most comfortable? Can you feel your body, again, never locking? Soften the elbows, soften the shoulders, soften the knees. Feel your body that you're fitting into this position, that your body is slowly shifting into the position, that you notice progression with every breath, right? It's all the things that we have right now. It's all that you can actually do is observe gently this one full breath. That every time that you exhale, you surrender. And every time that you inhale, you expand and you go a little bit more intensely into this position if that's what your body allows it. When your body lasts two breaths, feel your abdomen, feel that you're regathering those root muscles. When your body finally exhales all the way through, slowly with your right hand, wherever it is, very, very gently, your back and your hips have actually moved. You can slowly travel back towards the center position. Feel your spine and shoulders into the wall behind. And so how does it feel to be that neutral position that seemed so challenging a few minutes before? And now, again, we have changed our perspective. Coming to this neutral position is now the resting space. And so what does it feel to breathe into this pose? How does it feel for your hips and legs, your shoulders, the neck, the bite, even the jaw position or the entire position of your skull or the head area? And how do we find our eyebrows and forehead area can allow my head to slowly be balanced when my body's ready? Can I feel the strength of my core, the abdominal cavity? And then without having to do very much, allowing my right hand to slowly come forward. And leaning a little bit because I have less support on that right side. Now I'm opening the opportunity for my torso to shift out. My head and my shoulders not change and just simply leaning. And less is more. And how far do I need to go? Do I need to slowly move my left hand a little bit towards the hips so my shoulders are bending into the wall or extended into the wall, but the left elbow is raising towards the sky, and my right hand comes towards the ground, towards the front of my body, towards my left thigh, towards my left hip, towards the left inseam of my pants. And just because I'm lazy, I'm placing my hand right there so it's being held and I don't have to do much work on that. And then I allow my torso to start leaning a little bit deeper into that right side. And so what does it feel like for my head and my neck? Do I need to shift? Can I feel as I slowly exhale that I'm not tensing, that I'm just shifting, letting go every second, make it count, that every breath really counts here. Nobody's assured the next breath, so allowing, again, to celebrate life in every one of your breaths. that you're really observing the extension, that your left hand maybe is able to come a little bit higher next time, or maybe you're a little taller, or maybe a little bit over your head and you can feel your body reaching a little bit deeper. Again, your intention. Can you find your extension? Observe that your abdomen and rib cage, and you feel the place where we just handle. And some of us have a lot more love than others, but where we handle that love and can squeeze a little bit of that one. I'm not naming any names, or I'm not looking at anybody in particular. And observe your belly to support your back. And your head slowly looks towards the ground, towards the chest, towards the left underarm. And I observe my rib cage. And so what does it mean for my right hand and my right elbow, my tricep to give me support, while my body starts leaning a little bit deeper towards the right side? And so how does that feel? And where does it feel? Can I feel those muscles really moving? Do I need to undo, come down, and then come back into the position if my body needs to? And I observe my body and my breath. How much is too much? How little is too little for your body? Observe last 3 breaths. Can you really stay present? Observe that your body just adjusts. And then again, feel it. Feel your way into it. Last 2 breaths. Can you observe your body slowly exhaling? Last 1 breath in. Really observe the exhalation, that your body really opens. And then gently, not rushing, your left arm, your right hand, your torso comes back to center. And then observe the joy of being in that neutral position. How do I feel my body? Shoulder blades, back of my neck, head on the wall. Or am I shifting already? Am I going back to the usual position of leaning forward and typing or sitting curled over? Can I stay open? Can I still be even to that level aware of the position of my body? And that's how we start waking up our mind. Our mind becomes just more attentive, more into the moment, more mindful. And then maybe talking to our physical body. Can we say things that our body needs to hear? Maybe a promise that our body needs to hear. How we're going to take care of it. What are the things that we're going to do to support nutrition versus just eating? How can we support correct activity or purification rather than intoxication? How can we sustain gently our attention into the physical body that will produce the perfect space for our head and brain and mind to be clear? Let your last 2 breaths, full alignment, that your torso and spine are really open. And very gently, we're going to slow motion, bend the knees, bring your feet towards each other, or we turn 1 more time, this side against the wall, and see if your body is able to slowly cross your legs over your feet, and your body crosses gently, turning into the wall with your legs crossed in easy cross-leg position. If that's not possible, then extend your legs or place pillows or blankets under your knees or any props that lift. Maybe yoga blocks right very close to your glutes so they're not hurting your body, and your knees and toes are closer towards the wall, and your body is slowly looking into the wall. And your hands 1 more time slowly raise to the sides of your shoulders. Is this as far as you're going to go with your forehead touching the wall? By all means, let your head rest. Maybe your elbows and forearms are able to rest against the wall and you can feel your body just leaning into it. Maybe your hands are able to slowly extend a little bit higher and taller up the wall so your arms extend up towards the sky. Maybe for some of us, the palms of the hands are touching your forehead and your spine is really long and you can feel your body slowly shifting into this position. So your body needs time to adjust, not because you're pushing in. Let your body slowly adapt. Not tense, not push, not tear any tendons, that competitiveness, right? That means that there's something there to gain, to push through, and that's not the intention of yoga, right? We're not here to gain, but actually to offer support to the body. It's not about getting there, is about letting the body come along. Maybe for some of us, this is far enough and your arms need to come down, or maybe for some of us, the elbows and triceps are closest to the wall, that your hands slowly separate from the wall, place the palms together into Anjali Mudra, that means hand over hand, and the elbows raise a little bit taller next to your head and higher up on the wall. And your underarms and triceps can close it to the wall so you can feel your head against the wall, and your underarms come closer to the wall behind you. That shifts the position of the shoulders. We, again, are pushing the body always forward, and we create this hump sensation in the spine, and the neck becomes tense, and I can feel how my hips and knees try to take over and push against the floor when I allow my tailbone to slowly settle and my tummy to slowly support my back. And I walk my elbows and my hands and my arms a little bit taller, wider if I need to, or closer to my head if I want more intensity onto this underarms, into the extension, into the drainage of my body. One more time, activating all those tissues inside. Let your last long, deep breath in. As the body exhales, feel that your body really empties all the way through, and let your hands come slowly to shift position where they were. If we're behind your head, to raise up to the head, to the wall, and let your hands and arms and elbows to release and slowly soften gently your arms and shoulders. And maybe the knees lift and your legs separate. One more time, you're going to stretch the heels of your feet against the baseboard and see how far your legs are really opening. And see how much extension you can gain on those hips. And can I allow my body to squarely look gently forward into the wall in front of me? And maybe my head comes closest to the wall. Maybe I can place a block in front of my forehead so my forehead rests into the block. Maybe it's fist over fist and my head rests on top of my fists. Maybe it's hand over hand and my head rests onto the back of the hands. Maybe it's just my head directly into the wall. I can feel my body just opening. And my hands rest gently on your legs, on your thighs, on your hips, whichever is most comfortable. And I observe for a few seconds what it feels like to raise my fist over fist so my head comes a little bit taller. So I raise or push up my block a little bit higher so my back and torso lengthens. So I can press my head a little bit farther away from the ground and feel my inner thighs just really releasing and my hips really opening, and allow the glutes to really activate and my lower back not to press back, but to shift forward. Doesn't mean that you have to, just simply the intention. Let your body exhale. Your shoulder blades, the elbows really play a part in sustaining the length of your vertebral column. One more time, breathe in. And breathe all the way through. Are your hands in the right place to support the extension, the lengthening of your vertebral column? Your last one full breath. Observe your body really tall. And then exhale, cross your right hand towards the left side of your body, to your thigh, to your knee, to your shin, to your hip, just maybe in front of the pelvic area, and just look out towards the left side of your body. Or maybe the right arm and the right elbow and the right tricep and the right shoulder touch the wall, and you slowly look out towards the left side of your body as your torso leans over towards the left side, and your head slowly comes gently forward on that left leg and against the wall to your torso or side of your torso, and just lean to extend, twist and exhale. So find those core muscles, the muscles that really help the torso moving gently. And then, are your legs too far apart? Do you need to bring your legs a little bit closer and find your hips, letting your last two breaths. Feel your body. Is your left hand pressing from behind to feel that your torso comes every breath out a little bit longer and closer towards the wall, and then slowly, never rushing, let your soft movement come gently into your body, to let your body slowly switch positions and go exactly towards the opposite side. And that means that your body just simply twists and looks out. Or maybe the left elbow and forearm and entire tricep touches the wall and your head looks out towards the wall on the right side, and my torso starts moving gently towards that right thigh or knee. And your body exhales, and your right arm slowly moves behind so you can add a twist and support. Not because you're pushing, not because you're burning anything, not because you go farther means anything. Do you really believe that about your body? Can you stay present and observe what happens when your body is really twisting? What is really going on inside? Not only of the physical body, but also of our mind. Are we shifting anywhere? Are you with your body, or are you having an out of body experience? Are you somewhere else thinking about something else? Can you stay just for a few seconds, observing what happens when your body stretches and you feel the rotation? From all the things that we don't do during the day, right? When do we get a chance to really open those hips? When do we get a chance to really lean forward and support the abdomen so the abdomen is active and extending the lower back? When your last two breaths, find your jaw, find your head, find the entire torso, feel the last long inhalation, that your body and shoulders and torso really feel the rhythm. Inhale gently. And then with your hands and fingers, slowly walk them in. Allow your torso to come slowly back upright. Bring your torso away from the wall. Soften your knees. Allow your knees to slowly be flexed. Look into the wall in front of you. Allow your one hip, whichever it is, to slide it, to squeeze it, to push it against the wall. So you're touching through that one glute against the wall. And then your torso slowly drops and your legs come all the way up towards the sky. Now we have a full extension of the back into the floor, where we can really align not only the back of your legs, but also the back of your shoulders, the back of your arms, and your body exhales. And so this is an opportunity to rest any pressure, any pushing, any overextension, any inflammation on the joints, and let that all softly shift back into the body. And the neck, and the shoulders, and the jaw slowly shift towards the ground, lengthening the vertebrae column, observing the body slowly exhale. Are you still in the tensing portion, or are you letting slowly for your body to shift deeper, to surrender to the ground? And really let go, check your hands, fingers, wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Check your feet, your ankles, your knees, your thighs, the inner thighs that we just recently worked with, and the hips, the back of your hips, so they're really touching the ground. And the belly button area shifts and travels towards the floor. Very nice. Are your glutes as close to the wall as you prefer them to be? Do you need to put a pillow under your hips so the lower back is supported? Maybe in this position. Now, for some of us, it's really difficult to work with the shoulders, but maybe the elbows are able to bend. The hands are pressing gently the fingers towards the sky, and we raise the elbows off the floor to stretch the arms directly above the shoulders. The palms of the hands are facing each other very gently, and feel the scapular area, the back of your shoulders, into the floor. And your fingers slowly loose and extend towards the sky, so the palms of the hands are facing each other. And maybe the arms come slowly over the shoulders, towards the ground, above your head, and your thumbs may slowly look towards the ground, and your index points away from your body, and your jaw draws in, and maybe the elbows need to be bent, and you're just simply touching with your index and thumb towards the floor, and you feel your body just opening that way. For some of us, that means that you're, by movement of the arms, long and flat over the floor, with maybe the back of your fingernails into the floor, maybe the full forearm into the floor behind you and above the head. The rib cage is able to shift, and we're able to separate the bottom of the ribs from the tummy. So that means that the body starts shifting, and any forward tension or forward movement of the upper body is now being reshifted. And you can feel how your hips press deeper to the wall, how the base of the ilium digs deeper towards the ground, and your jaw is able to draw into your throat, and the neck extends away from your tailbone. And the body exhales through your belly. One more time, fingernails extend out. When and if your body's ready, maybe your thumbs, maybe your hands need to open, maybe the elbows need to bend completely, doesn't matter. Maybe your hands need to come right next to your hips. Maybe your feet are able to slowly come off the wall, and you raise your heels off the wall, and you let your toes point, flex, or flex the entire foot, which is most appropriate for your body. And your knees, do they need to be locked? Can you bend your knees softly? Can you find your spine and your neck long and extended? Breath in. Exhale all the way. Your legs, again, farthest away from the wall. Not because of your thighs. Can you still remain with the spine perfectly elongated? That you're not tensing through your fingers or wrists, elbows, or sometimes the shoulders and neck. Find that they have to be in control of the position. Can you settle those to the ground? Can you press back through the bottom of your hips into the floor? Can you find your toes and legs active? Deep breath in and deep breath out. When your body's ready, allow your legs to slowly shift a little bit to the right side, as if you're just pointing the toes to the right side of your body without lifting shoulder blades. Your hips may rotate, so you're able to raise the left hip middle of the ground. Your thighs, your knees slowly stay extended. Your jaw draws in, the neck is long. Breath is really important. Let your last 2 breaths, can you observe your belly? Can you observe your spine? Can you observe your shoulders? As the body exhales all the way through, raise back to center, and then move towards the opposite direction. It means your left and right leg move towards the left side of your body, and your jaw draws in, and your spine is really engaging. Observe your body to support slowly the extension of your back into the floor. Your belly is digging deeper into the base of the spine. So what are you thinking about right now? Can you still be aware of your environment? Last 2 times. Observe active toes, legs away from the wall and to the left side of your body. Your last long exhalation, allow your legs to slowly come towards the sky. Breath in. Bend the knees and let the soles of your feet touch the wall. And that means that your legs are a little bit farther apart if needed, or maybe very, very tight towards each other if possible. And your hands come slowly from the ground up and touch the outside of your knees, as if you're just pushing one more time. The inner thighs closer, the heel and hands press outside your kneecaps. Your neck is relaxed, your jaw draws in. Do not try to shift quickly out of this position. Stay present. Observe your body, inner thighs, fingers, arms, shoulders. Breath in. Can you feel how by moving your inner thighs together opens the outer thighs? And stay present. Let your tailbone, let the base of your back touch the ground. Can you find the shift? Give enough time for the soft tissues, right? Not the bones, but the soft tissue inside your body. Not only external, we already are aware of the muscles and the tendons and the nerve cords and the bloodstream, but the internal tissues, the internal muscles and fascia, internal nerve cords to shift. And your head, your jaw, what are you thinking about? Can you really feel and invest a few seconds into your physical body? And when and if the body's ready, can you exhale all the way through? Very, very kindly. Let your hands and arms release when your body's ready to exhale. Let your feet walk a little bit higher than your knees. Let your hands maybe touch the floor or touch the base, where it depends how close you are to the wall in front of you. And allow your feet to be strong enough, your legs to be strong enough that you are able to slowly press your hips off the wall, off the floor. And your feet and legs adjust. So you're not pushing on the neck. You're not pressing the body on the head. Very important that you move the shoulder blades towards the ground and the triceps towards the floor and the elbows towards the yoga mat. So you're allowing the hands to maybe come towards your hips or towards your glutes or towards your kidneys, and let your body exhale and feel that the abdomen slowly shifts weight and activity towards your chest, and your body is not pressuring, your belly button is not extending, your glute muscles activate, your toes and knees are aligned, and the body weight shifts and the blood pressure shifts. One more time, feel your body inhale. As your body exhales, raise your right leg towards the sky and move it over the head as if your right leg comes slowly towards the head area. While the left leg, again, the back of the shoulders, back of the arms or elbows or triceps, and not on the neck. And your left leg may come off the wall and extend towards the sky, if that's even possible for your body. Again, those are all options. And your right toes move over your body as if you were touching towards the ground. And your left leg opens farther up towards the sky, and breathe in. Let your last one breath, can you really intentionally stay present? And then bend your left foot, your left knee, if your left leg is extended, and your right leg comes towards the sky, bending your right knee, settling your hips down towards the ground. Observe your body stretching your legs against the wall. Rest, head, shoulders, align your vertebrae column. Draw as if you're having a snow angel. That means your arms open wide around and maybe coming over the head if your shoulders and joints of your upper body allows it, and your arms come over the head. Do not ever lift the head too quickly. There's a lot of flood of the blood into your head area, so there's a lot of blood pressure building up into your torso. Never force that. Observe that your breathing really tempers that your diaphragm siphons the blood from your head and torso. And then as you exhale, you release that pressure through your nose or through your mouth. One more time, observe your body. And exhale it, breathe it out. One final inhalation. And as the body exhales, can you empty through your belly? And then one more time. Flexing your knees, feet on the wall, hands come around in that reverse angel, or just simply towards the hips or towards the wall in front of you. The hips start raising as if you're just massaging your spine. The elbows come towards each other. The triceps press into the floor. The hands come towards the glutes, towards the hips, towards the kidney area. The spine is long, not on your neck, on the back of the shoulders, and your feet stay parallel towards each other. You adjust the distance of your feet from the ground and from each other. What is more appropriate? Can you feel the back of the arms and the back of the shoulder blades to alleviate pressure on the neck or head? Never on your head. Observe your body. One more time, feel the inhalation, that your glutes are really holding the position, that you're really feeling the entire alleviation of pressure from your spine and torso. And maybe in this last long exhalation, slowly, steady, breathe out. Your left leg may come towards the sky. Maybe as another option, your leg comes towards your head area. Maybe it's another option, your right leg comes off the wall towards the sky, creating an L or scissor-like feeling of your legs, while the left toes reach above the head towards the ground. And you breathe in, activate spine, torso, hips. Let your last two breaths. Observing very, very gently your spine. One more time, inhaling. And exhale all the way through. In your last long and deep breath into this position, observe that the exhalation empties all the way through. Kindly inhale, very gently. Just feel your body. Never be absent, and bend your right knee if your body is ready to bend it. Place your toes slowly towards the wall and raise your left leg very softly towards the sky. Intentionally fold that left knee, both feet to the wall. Soften your hands from your waist and hips, and drop your back until your glutes are closest to the wall and your legs just extend towards the sky. Breath in, let your legs open wide and let them drop just passively away from each other towards the ground. Inhale and let your legs just extend wide. Breath in. Flatten your elbows, your hands, your shoulders. If there's no room around you, if your legs cannot open this far out, simply bend your knees and let your knees slowly bend and your feet almost cross as if you're just sitting in easy cross-leg position against the wall. The feeling and the benefit is the same. Shoulder blades, neck and head. Observe the jaw, observe the spine, observe your back. Let your body, shoulders, abdomen, chest really find a gentle and deep rhythmic extension when and if your body is ready. Let the exhalation empty all the way through. And again, your legs may be crossed or extended, it doesn't matter. Bring them in, allow your body to raise your knees against the chest and abdomen away from the wall. And then walk your body towards your right side, away from your heart. And see if your feet and legs walk and you roll your torso on the right side and your right arm and elbow or shoulder or bicep rests under your head and your head over that side. And your body just curls to the side of your body. So if there's any blood or pressure or blood pressure has moved around in your body, can you let it shift gently into the right side? And let your jaw drop in and rest for a few seconds. Breathe, very importantly, you breathe out from the gut, out through your mouth, maybe at this point, to just exhale all the pressure. Breathe in through your nose. And softly, not hyperventilation, but softly exhale through your mouth. As if your throat is the one that is measuring the amount of air that is leaving. Inhale one more time. You can close your throat so you're measuring how much of an exhalation you're doing. And then just soften. When your body is ready, we're going to shift very gently, right? You want your body to know what you're doing. You don't want to shift too quickly. All the pressure we have built, and there's a lot of blood and a lot of fluids in the upper body. You're going to extend the left leg out towards along the wall. Alleviate pressure on that left knee and hip. Your left hand presses to the floor. Your jaw draws in, and then slowly walk your right elbow in, your right hand in, and stay on that right hip with arms holding your head low. Deep breath. Exhale, exhale into this position. One more time. Observe that your body is just stable into this position. Observe that your body rounds and all this benefit of shifting, of turning your world upside down has really done something positive to your body. That your hands walk in, that your left leg retracts one more time, and you keep shifting against the wall behind you slowly and gently. So your legs and torso and spine come gently into the wall, and your shoulder blades are into the wall, and your elbows and triceps again release into the wall behind you, and your eyes soften and your head relaxes. And we open the sitting bones into the ground. Your hands may rest with the back of the hands on your thighs, or the palms of the hands on your knees and thighs, with your hands on your lap, whichever is most comfortable. As long as you feel that you're able to exhale and soften. Clear any pressure. Check the rhythm of your breath and heart rate. Observe the length of your vertebrae column. Is there a sense about your body that might be slightly different today? Can we allow the belly button and the shoulder blades and the neck area to just rest? And again, with that same sense that we started a yoga practice today, with that sense of gracefulness, of intention, and sometimes of discipline, right? To be able to show up regardless of all the circumstances the world is going through. Again, very interesting change. And so it's not about change in the world, it's about our understanding on how we can change our perception of it. And so with that choice, very intentional choice of surrendering the things that we cannot control and really embracing the things that we can, bringing the hands slowly towards your heart center. Right hand on top of the chest, left hand on top of the right hand. And so what does it feel like to be feeling gratitude towards our body, towards our heart muscle, towards the subtle things that we don't perceive or understand about the body? Very, very subtle things that shift inside when we are intentional about our practice. When we do this moving meditation that simply invites us to be more peaceful, maybe more harmonious, that everything enters into the same wavelength. There's no disruptions, it's just this continuity. And then through that harmony, we're able to truly feel connection to our true self, or to find, or to keep exploring our own truth. So that it manifests, not that we force it out. And finally, all these lead to a discovery or rediscovery. Intent in this one breath, in the next breath, and the next few breaths, if we are allowed to have those, of selfless, divine love.